Why is the first one just called Among?
There's Wee Amogus, which is, I guess, is like Scottish for Little Amogus.
Among spy ninjas.
Flying among the stars. Among Us. Among Us 2. Among Us 3. Among Us 4.
The Among Sus series.
They also made Among Us. Not Among Us. Among Us. It's not the same developer. Anime Among Us. Among Us are hats. They are Among Us. And it looks awfully similar, doesn't it?
What if Among You?
Colorful astronauts.
Among Suspects.
Among Bees is like a surprise in here.
Yeah, that's...
Anyway, here, Imposters.
Oh, okay, I've not played any, like, I've played one round of Among Us once, so, like...
Yeah, okay, then this video makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I was clearly not the right person to bring in.
Pixel Riffs.
SloyXP. We're doing one of these again.
Yes.
I like this. I like this energy.
Me too. I love it when you're around. So, Better Creation Minecraft. Have you ever heard of it?
I've seen it on occasion. Yeah, I've had my moments.
Did you know that it is basically Roblox, as in people make their own like maps and levels and skin packs? It can be sold for actual money.
Yeah, or at least actual mine coins which are bought with money, which is kind of the same thing. There's been some pretty spectacular ones actually. Like I've seen a few that I'm
absolutely.
like, this is really well done.
I mean,
like, very
no shade.
polished.
These are really genuinely good.
Mm-hmm.
And still, the 7th most bought one is a backrooms level.
Oh god.
Point is, this is all licensed stuff. We are not talking about licensed stuff. We are talking about what happens if you search the word Among.
Oh no, really?
Yes.
Really, we're doing this? Okay, good.
Minecraft Marketplace Among Edition.
Why is the first one just called Among? I'm like, this is already so cursed, what you brought me into.
I wasn't even planning on clicking any of these, to be completely honest. I just wanted to scroll through them with you.
Oh,
because,
God.
I'm sorry, once you see a thumbnail for Among Us, you kind of just like start questioning certain things about the business model. To set some ground rules, Cybersloth, Epic Sloth, the Among Us people don't own multicolored spacemen. But it is very hard to justify, all of, this when some of it is literally just the Among Us people with YouTuber faces on top of them.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, I don't even know where to start with some of this stuff.
And a skin pack for people who only play Java is like, you can't upload your own skin on Xbox or on PS4 or on anything. You can upload your own skin on Bedrock Edition for Windows 10 on a computer.
Yes. And I have done that frequently because the alternative is this. The alternative is being Philza Minecraft, but with an Among Us like TV embedded in his chest, like some kind of demented Teletubby.
And I mean, in all fairness, if I want to be an Amogus on my Xbox in Minecraft, I should be allowed to. Yeah, by the way, some of these just straight up come with free skins. So even the criticism of like, well, I shouldn't have at least to pay money for it, and you can't actually technically not pay money for it.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I feel like I have issues with it morally, but perhaps not ethically. I think that's the way around that works.
I mean, morally and ethically, I'm not a person who likes the concept of copyright. So you'd think I wouldn't be opposed to this, but it still hurts to look at for some reason. But like, while the Among Us people don't own the concept of a spaceman, they do owe the logo to their game.
Yeah, a little bit.
Pixelusion, what the hell? Like, come on. I thought better of you.
Also, can we just briefly talk about the one in the top right there where they're posing like a boy band? Like, what is this? What is this Backstreet
Well,
Boys?
they are
Among Us?
legends. They are Among Us legends.
Apparently, they've all got names. Who the heck is Dennis?
Well, it's him. Look at him.
Yeah,
this is Dennis.
I'm not going to question Jerry. Jerry is my bias, but like, who the heck is Dennis? I have so many questions. Yeah, it's like.
Anyway, I am genuinely curious about Among, by the way.
No, you should be. It's the most intriguing title amongst all of these.
Oh my god, this is tryptophobia Among Us.
It really is. It's like, what if too many visors? What if I could see out of my left shoulder?
No, look, the heads have leggies. Meaning
yeah,
that
no,
like
it's
the heads are their own spacemen, and the
it's
body
it's
is a different Amogus, and the
this
legs
is
are a
the
different Amogus.
it's the Among Us version of three dwarves in a trench coat or whatever, except it's like there's 5 Amoguses, one for it's the Amogus Voltron is what we have here, and
Yeah.
I'm
I was about to
very
say
worried about that.
there are the anime Amoguses. They are other ones. I
Of course.
especially want to point out like Among Us are hats, which is just those cute Resus packs that are like you are a tiny person carrying a thing. It's that.
Yes, and to be fair, having hats and like the little like extra stuff like the what do you call them, like cosmetics, is
Yes.
like a key feature of Among Us, because that's one of the
Yep.
things that actually gives the game more character than just a bunch of blobs walking around
Mhm.
killing each other. The fact that one basically has Zedaf's eyes, which is a concern for me. Who gave him a command block?
Anyway,
Yes.
the reason I want to point out Amogus are hats is because there's also they are Among Us, and it looks awfully similar, doesn't it?
It's got the same kind of the same. Oh, this is all by log.zip as well. Oh gosh, okay, that's
Yeah, this one's really thinking around the box, not outside the box, around the
yeah.
box. Flying among the stars. It's little Amogus drawings on the skins.
Yeah, and they're actually like artfully integrated in there, which is kind of
cute.
The people who made the Among Us series, by the way, there's number 4. Also, if you scroll back up, they seem to have made Among Suspects, just them adding the rest of that word back in. It's not even suspects. It's not even like the animal versions of them.
Yeah.
It's just like let's make more textures with the same idea.
But I do take umbrage with the fact that they are basically just a flood fill with one singular color.
A little bit of texturing with like a hue slider, and that's really what they've got going on here. Among Spy Ninjas has got to be like, we're looking at the Power Rangers way of adding thematic elements to it, which is that you just keep adding words that sound cool until you end up with something that seems like a concept that kids will want to run with.
It's like an AI learning how to walk, where it tries, it fails, it tries, it fails, it tries, it fails. It's like iterates. But it's actual people doing it.
Yeah.
It's basically how I've been running my YouTube channel.
But like the way they add details to some of the textures, because you want to clean up like the idea of this isn't just default spaceman block color, like you want to add a little bit of your own class to it. And I'm just wondering how many stages along the detail path does it go before they're all just Jack Kirby's Celestials?
Among Bees is like a surprise in here.
Yeah, it's like when you search for images of if you do a Google image search for the word mop, it comes up with a bunch of images of a mop and then that one rapper whose name is MOP. and so you just get a series of pictures of like floor mops and then a black dude who looks very confused to be there.
Color for astronauts.
You'll
You'll never guess what this is about. This actually
Yeah.
could be unironically just a regular astronaut skin. Anyway, imposters.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, they're still in there. They're still worming their way into ninja mobs, and
I just love it because these two are like on the exact same spectrum, but opposite sides heavily. Because this one's like genuinely is like, okay, we'll take the general idea, people in spacesuits, and we'll make a genuinely good skin pack out of it, right? Versus this is just like, we're gonna take a Mogus and slap it on a bunch of absolutely random skins.
yeah, well, and some pretty basic like color swap again.
Yeah.
Like it kind of looks like Isaac from Dead Space. Actually, that armor, like there's a few of those that do look a little bit Dead Spacey.
This is why I'm not like working for any of these anymore.
Yeah.
Well, this and I keep making videos like this one.
Yeah, that's
I think that's also gonna ruin my reputation quite significantly.
I do like the title of that. What if Among You? we've had this in like the collective third person sense for too long.
Yes.
What about a second person title?
Oh,
what about
yeah.
Among You, where
Plot
like
twist. It was you all along. The contrast of like Among You versus Among Us is quite Randian in its nature.
yeah.
Who are my videos for is my question right now. Who is that reference for?
Is a man not entitled to the sweat on his brow? Just like, is a man not entitled to the knife in his back?
We do not actually live in a society. This is the screenshot they're advertising, and then the skins look like this.
Like, one of them is a police officer. I'm like,
Yes.
why have you turned Amogus into the village people?
These Amogai are the mobs that spawn, because this is not a skin pack. This is a map.
Oh, okay. That
This
makes
is
that
a
makes a
map.
bit more sense. Yeah. And at least the
Yeah.
map seems to be themed around like some of the maps that they have in the game, right? Because one of them is like a volcano kind of base.
Yeah,
and
yeah. So one
there's
of them
one
is
that's
like mining, one of them is the ice level, one of them is the
Yeah, yeah.
space thingy.
It's at least a map. They've done some creative stuff with nether portals there, which I kind of like. Like they had like a little Stargate kind of vibe to it,
Yeah,
which
look
is
at
like
that.
including another very weird like franchise call out into the Amogus
There's
map.
a lot of like 3D stuff to this one. This one might actually have like effort put in it.
Wait. Go
Yes.
back up. Go back up for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah,
I thought I saw something that looked like my own face in there, and I feel like I've just been looking at Minecraft skins for too long. At this point, I was like, "There's somebody there with like brunette hair." You scrolled kind of fast, and I was like, "Is one of those me?"
Well, turns out the real Amogus were the friends we made along the way.
Turns out I might have been among these the entire time, but thankfully I was not.